Senior year, have things changed either mentally for you going into a final year, emotionally, physically?
I mean, honestly, I've tried not to think about it too much. I mean, just kind of wanted to go into things just day by day and focus on what's going on at that particular time. I figure, as long as I do that, things will be okay. But I mean, it is a little bit weird whenever you're going on road trips or whatever it may be, just going on them and being like, dang, this is the last time I'll be here. This is the last time I might have a chance to play these guys and stuff like that. Just because obviously now that we're in conference and stuff, played all these teams at least 4 times.
Right.
So as far as that's concerned, I mean, I think it's just been crazy just being able to go through the process and stuff and just kind of seeing how things are kind of circling back to an end. But
right. Well, there's no denying the fact that we've struggled a little bit in the GLVC, but what's been the good part? What's been the thing that's made this valuable?
I would say just some of the big games that we've had. I think back to beating Regier whenever they're number 1. I mean, that was huge. Beating them again here at our place and stuff. And then just the different games and stuff where I've seen just character come out from our team and my teammates and stuff. Just, I think it's, a situation that we haven't been where we want it to be. And hopefully, we can make a push now. I think that's what the most important thing is for all of us. But I think it's just taking the good with the bad and realizing that it's all part of a process. So.
How much, even though this is kind of a veteran team, but with the addition of a new point guard, how much meshing and maturing does this team need to do?
I mean, that's a certain thing. I mean, you got 7 seniors and stuff. I mean, very older team and such. But we've had to deal with some adjustments, had to deal with some different kinds of things, and obviously, point guard. I mean, one spot on the floor, that's going to be a big change, regardless of however many other guys you have coming back. I think we've, done a good job with meshing and stuff like that, but, I mean, there's still a lot of responsibility that needs to be taken. And I think that this year and stuff, we've done a good job of helping each other out and stuff, but sometimes a little bit of a lack of responsibility. And I think sometimes whenever you're a little bit of an older team, you kind of just expect that what you're doing is right. And I think that you can kind of get into a lull where you think you're doing the right thing, and really you're just going through the motions. And I think that surprisingly for an older team has kind of nipped us a little bit, and we need to get back to every single day is a new battle that you guys start.
So. That's interesting perspective. Last year, Larry Hawley told the story about last year you went into a conference or something and said you wanted to be the leading rebounder in the GLVC, and you came awful close. Truth to that story, can you tell me a little bit about that?
We went in there and we were just talking about what goals we wanted to set for the year, and I remember mine was just, points-wise and stuff, maybe you don't have a bunch of plays called or things like that, or you have a bad night or whatever. That's something that can change on a daily basis. But to me, it was just a situation of rebounding is an effort thing. It's a positioning thing. It's a heart thing. And so to me, it was just something that I would have set that as a goal, because I felt like if I was getting rebounds, everything else in the game would be able to keep developing and be able to get there. So to me, that was just what I wanted to do and stuff, and fortunately, I was able to work out. So.
Well, you said 2 words that struck with me there: heart and effort. And that's what you're all about, isn't it?
I mean, that to me, it's just crazy. I mean, I've had some people come up to me and ask me about it, and I don't know, I think a lot of it is credit to my high school coach, Coach Wilson. He played basketball here as well.
Right.
But he just developed a culture and developed a type of basketball style in me and so many of my teammates that was just a situation of that you don't need to think about playing hard. It's what you do. You're playing basketball. Your job is to give 100% of what you have 100% of the time. And there's no other way to play. And I think whenever you get in that type of culture and stuff, I credit him a lot. I mean, and that's just what it's about. To me, it's not even a thinking thing anymore. It's just, there's a loose ball, you better dive on it. Right. There's an extra possession that you can go by giving a whole bunch of effort. I mean, that's what you have to do. That's what basketball should be about.
So did Coach Wilson have to kind of teach you that? Was there a turning point, I guess?
I mean, I think I always thought that I played hard. I mean, everybody does. Everybody thinks that, they're working hard and stuff. And I think it was just that coaching and that pushing to say, this is where you're at, but you could get here. Right. And I can see that you can do more. And it does. I think, honestly, it was just a few games in a row that I was able to take that next step. And he did a great job of saying, hey, look, you took this next step, and look how much better you played.
Yeah.
It's so hard as a young kid whenever you're playing basketball to appreciate whenever you dive on the ball dive on the floor, or you get an extra offensive rebound or something. That's tough. But whenever you have a coach that whenever you do that actually recognizes it and says that is a great job and stuff, it helps us so much. I mean, and again, I give a lot of credit to him for that. So,
Austin, let's change the tone here a little bit and talk about life after basketball, after you graduate. Well, where are you going with your life? What are you going to do?
Honestly, planning on just getting a job for a few years. Just kind of feel things out. I might end up going back to grad school, but honestly, as of right now, that's kind of up in the air. So right now, I think I'd rather just get some experience and stuff, so that even if I do end up going to grad school, I'll have a little bit better focus as to what I want to do.
In what area?
I mean, probably something related to chemistry or biology, something along that.
Still a biochem major?
Yeah, so I'm graduating with chemistry here in the spring, so that's good.
Right.
But, from there and stuff, it'll be what it is. I mean, honestly, right now I'm just kind of worried about getting good grades with school, working on basketball, and figuring things out afterwards will work out.
Okay, but I hear kind of under that maybe coaching might be in your future some way. I mean, I'm not talking about like AAU team or something, but would you ever think about being a college assistant, something like that?
I've thought about it, and obviously, there's a potential that maybe if I were to go to grad school, maybe get a GA position or something like that. I mean, obviously, basketball has been such a huge part of my life, and I love so much about the game, love about what it can do for people, to people, things like that. And I'd love to be able to have the opportunity to use what I've learned and use what I know to be able to help out other people and stuff, and maybe get them to a better spot. So, as far as that's concerned, I mean, absolutely. I mean, you never know. I'm really not sure, and it might end up being a situation where a few years down the road, I realize, that's really what I should do. So,
will you miss if you don't go back to basketball? Will you miss kind of the grind, especially on the physical side when you're done?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find something to do. Maybe do some kickboxing or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be strange and stuff because over the summer and you're off, but you're not off. I mean, you're always going to the gym and stuff. So I'll have to be that old guy that's at the gyms playing with all the kids and stuff, I guess.
Well, you're probably kicking their butt, too, I would imagine. Hey, you're going to walk across the stage during graduation, and your family will be there, I've no doubt. They come to almost everything I've seen you at. Tell me about them a little bit. First of all, who's going to be the proudest in your family when you walk across the stage?
Probably got to be my mom. My family's been so awesome just throughout all the years. I mean, there's got to be single digits easily of games that are within 3 hours that they've missed. Right. I mean, it's been awesome, just being able to go out there and play every day and know that they're in the stands watching and stuff. That helps a lot. And then obviously where I live so close, being able to go home just for the psychological aspect of things. I mean, there's so many times, things aren't going right or things like that, and it's just so nice to have a support system that you can look back on and that they're there for you. Seriously, just beyond blessed for that. And for them to get to watch me go across the stage and stuff and fulfill my end of the bargain. They did a great job, helping me with AAU, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And then for me to be able to go to college and stuff, get a great degree at a great school, and finish in time and stuff and everything. That means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to my family and stuff. So I'm just happy and proud that I was able to do it for them. And be able to get on with my life and hopefully keep making them proud.
You mentioned your mom, but what about the rest of your family?
Oh, absolutely. I have 4 sisters. One of them lives in California, but whenever she came out here, she came and she watched the game and stuff. We actually had our family Christmas early on a Saturday, and it was against UMKC, and my entire family, everybody came out and watched. That was pretty awesome. I figured they were going to be, getting the kids ready for presents and stuff. And just all of them being able to be there for the game and stuff. It meant a lot. Right. But, oldest sister Ashley, she has 2 daughters. My 2 nieces, Shay and Drew. And then Kylie, she's married to Jonathan. And then my 3 nephews, Wyatt, Wesley, Brogan. And then Carissa and Alex, who live out in California. And then my sister, Alicia. And then obviously my dad, Larry. So it's been awesome. They've been able to catch so many games and stuff, and again, just helping with so many things. It will be a long time before we have another one like you. You are one of a kind. It's been a pleasure to watch you for 4 years. Thank you. Appreciate it. Austin, best of luck to you, and I hope the season ends the way you want it to. For sure. Let's go on a run. All right. And we'll be back after this.